The cleric reminds Muslims on the benefits of Islamic propagation. And FCT Minister tours project sites ahead of completion deadline. Glad to have you join us on the 7 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. I am Abdullah Hajia. First, we begin with a message from the spiritual realm, where the Muslim faithful have been tasked with the obligation of Islamic Da'wah, which is the propagation of the Islamic religion in its entirety. National Chief Imam of the Al-Habibiyya Mosque, Fuad Adeyemi, gave the charge in his Jummah sermon in Abuja. Hawagimba has details of this spiritual message.
Engaging in what is right and forbidding what is wrong form the basis for Islamic Dawah, which Imam Fuad Adeyemi says capture Allah's call to mankind to promote goodness. This, he says, the Al-Habibiyya Islamic Society has been promoting for more than 2 decades.
You want to call people to the way of God. It's not by deceit, it's not by force, it's not by cheating, but you have to just make sure that you do the right thing to those people. And when you are good to them, their mind will be tilting towards you. They want to know what you're doing and why you are doing. Before you know it, everybody will follow you and do what they're doing.
The cleric, in his admonition to the congregation, reminds them of the need to work for Allah and humanity.
We want people to support this effort. And when they support this effort, we expand it. And when everybody is seeing it, people will begin to copy this. And before you know it, it goes round. And when it goes round, it's better for our country, it's better for our community, and it's better for our individual religion.
The Quran has dictated us, commanded us to come together as Muslims so that we can help ourselves and be strong in unity, and also command us to do what is right and command other people to be good, to direct people to what is good.
Prayers for peace and the progress of the country, as well as for Allah to grant the souls of the departed mercy, was offered. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Away from that, and to the presidency, President Bola Tinubu has demonstrated his administration's seriousness and commitment to agriculture in the pursuit of its various food security programs. This is evident with the New Year consultative meeting opened with the governors of Gombe, Jigawa, and Niger states to discuss their partnership in agriculture. State House correspondent Musbau Al-Wahab reports.
To ensure constant food supply.
Food security is one of the priority areas focused on in the Renewed Hope agenda. The government of the day gave first expression to that with the declaration of state of emergency on the sector. And the first manifestation was the National Wheat Development Program.
We launched the dry season farming with 120,000 of land in Jigawa.
Out of the 120,000 hectares of land intended for wheat production, Jigawa State was allotted 20,000, a further confirmation of the state's status as the leading producer of wheat in the country. Apparently keeping tabs on the program, President Tinubu received Governor Umar Namadi of Jigawa State, who confirmed that the program has taken off with the right momentum in his state.
With the extension services we have provided, and with all the support we have provided for, especially for land clearing, especially for harrowing, that we have supported the farmers, that has given them an opportunity to cultivate more. Somebody who was doing 1 hectare now is ready to do hectares because of the support he has from the federal government and from the support he has from the state government. And that will, if you multiply that, 40,000 hectares, that the official one we are doing, plus other ones which is more than about 10,000 hectares. And if you take just a minimum of 4 tons per hectare, which is a minimum, you can have, some people are making up to 6-7 tons per hectare, but we are taking only the minimum. So definitely, I think the future is very bright for us.
The federal government is targeting more than 1.2 tons of wheat production per annum, and the governor says his state is also thinking ahead along with the federal government.
Over time, we will definitely export wheat. We are doing the first one, and then after this one, we are going for rice, and the next one we are going for wheat. That's how the cycle will continue to go, and that will definitely, we're going to have food sufficiency, and we'll definitely have surplus to export.
President Tinubu also received Governor Mohammed Inuwa Yahya of Gombe State, one of the states designated for agro-processing zones by the federal government.
We've set up an industrial park where we can, process all the raw materials, all the agri-produce that we have in the state. I think if all states will key in and work in tandem with the federal government, we shall easily reach the destination.
Governor Mohammed Bago of Niger State was also on a similar visit to the president.
You will have seen the emphasis on agriculture and also the 500,000 hectares the government is planning to farm this 2024. And Niger State has already provided itself as a pilot state for that project, and that we are also ambitious to also match with the federal government 500 for 500.
The federal government has designed various programs to reduce food inflation, increase production, promote self-sufficiency, as well as stimulate economic growth. From the State House, Musbah Dan Wahab, NC News.
President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointments of new executive directors into two agencies under the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. To the Nigerian Ports Authority, Ms. Vivian C. Richard Edits, Executive Director, Finance and Administration, Engineer Olalekan Badmus, Executive Director, Marine and Operations, Engineer Ibrahim Abba Umar, Executive Director, Engineering and Technical Services. Nigerian Maritime Administration Safety Agency has Mr. Jibril Abba, Executive Director, Maritime Labor and Cabotage Services, Mr. Chudio Fodile, Executive Director, Finance and Administration, Engineer Fatai Tai Adeyemi, Executive Director, Operations. According to the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Anjuri Inglali, the President approved the appointments with the firm belief that the new appointees will expeditiously and efficiently execute on their collective mandate to create the conditions required to significantly raise the contribution of the marine and blue economy sector to the nation's GDP while evolving the Nigerian economy into a labor-intensive and inclusive one that creates new opportunity for all. For all Nigerians in accordance with the renewed hope agenda under the able guidance of the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adeboyega Oyetola. Now, in a bid to ensure that all promises made are fulfilled, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has embarked on another tour of project sites within the city center. Onozi Yakubu reports that the inspection tour was to enable the minister see for himself the level of work ahead of completion schedule before May 29 deadline.
For now, we scheduled every week.
Desirous to complete some of the priority projects before May 29 as promised, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike inspected the ongoing road projects. First was the Outer Southern Expressway OSEX and the Outer Northern Expressway, where the minister inspected critical components of the projects, like the Asokoro interchange and the drainage system. The Vice President's official residence was again revisited to ascertain progress of work. Visibly impressed, the minister commended the commitment of the contracting firms handling the projects, pledging to fulfill his own side of the bargain by providing the necessary funds.
I'm happy to announce to you that the Minister of Finance have been able to release 50% of the national supplementary budget, and that in a way has given us that hope that the contractors will be paid within any time from now. And then we have also gotten the assent of the statutory supplementary budget, which Mr. President has assented to. That again has given us hope that no project will be left uncompleted as promised. Like you can see, these are quality projects which we are very satisfied, and we believe with the arrangements the contractors have made put in place, these are things that if the president's while in office will be commissioned.
Yensen Wike, however, appealed for the residents' support and cooperation as he set out to fulfill his promises to the people. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The State Office of the National Population Commission has officially launched the 2023-2024 Demographic Health Survey. The Federal Commissioner for FCT, Joseph Shazin Kwali, at a press briefing, stressed the significance of the exercise, which will help in the collation of accurate data for policy formulation and improve health indices. Hakimat Aliyu brings us details.
For more than 3 decades, the National Population Commission in Nigeria has spearheaded the implementation of the Nigerian Demographic Health Survey, an exercise carried out every 5 years, with the last in 2018.
In each of the selected clusters, particularly 30 households, and it has been extended to 45 households, really, where 30 is where the ordinary questions about health of Nigerians, particularly women and children, women 15 years to 49 years, and men 15 years to 59 years will be asked questions on their reproductive health generally. But we are even going further than that. Other forms of health issues that are challenging to Nigerians, questions are asked on them. Disability, how well are Nigerians living?
FCT State Director, NPC Meidu Suleiman, notes that the exercise is being carried out in 5 selected area councils of FCT.
Gwagwalada, a cluster, some certain areas have been selected. Like in Gwagwalada, we have 4 clusters. In Kuje, we have about 5 clusters, and then in Amak, we have about 18 clusters. And then in Bwari Area Council, we have about 5 clusters. Right now, our men are on the field.
Speaking on the launch of the survey, the Federal Commissioner for FCT, Joseph Shazin Kwali, expresses gratitude to all stakeholders and partners for their unwavering support.
Specifically for providing primary funding for the survey and for providing technical expertise through the ICF International. We are deeply thankful for the support received from the notable and long-standing partners, including United Nations Population Fund, Global Fund, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, UNICEF, World Health Organizations, and various others. This support has been indispensable in bringing the survey to its present stage, and we sincerely appreciate your commitment to this cause.
The survey, which is in close collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health and partners, is instrumental to providing insights for evidence-based policies as well as enhanced public health interventions. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliyu, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Brief from the Sports Desk.
Confederation of African Football (CAF) on Thursday announced a 40% increase in prize money for the winners of the 2023 AFCON. According to the statement published on its official website, the winners of the tournament will now receive $7 million, $2 million more than the reward doled out at the last edition in Cameroon, where Senegal won the Apex Prize. The 34th edition of the competition will now see the runners-up of the African Football Showpiece event get $4 million, while each of the 2 semi-finalists receive $2.5 million. With each of the 4 quarter-finalists taking home $1.3 million. To cricket, Nigeria Cricket Federation has confirmed 58 male and female participants across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country for its 5th National Under-17 Championship. The The numbers break down to 33 male teams and 25 female teams. Teams from different states will face off on a round-robin format to determine the zonal champions and also pick the team that will represent the zones at the national finals from January 20 to 28, with the national finals from February 7 to 11 at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. To other sports, professional mixed martial artist, kickboxer and former UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya has claimed his first ever MMA Junkie Knockout of the Year award for his second round knockoff of Alex Pereira in April 2023, having won multiple awards to include Newcomer of the Year, Fight of the Year, and Male Fighter of the Year in Mixed Martial Arts. The Nigerian New Zealand fighter claimed the title with sports brave Gideon Yohana, NTA News.
Thank you, Gideon, with those sports highlights. With that, we come to the end of the English segments of the news. Up next is translations. I am Abdullah Hajia. Good evening.
ma gaje we shaje wo wana a biku jagba dai wala ba shi ba da wo no pesi su ayu ba wo wa go a na baje gai ala asalashi yi baje kalai de ba ku aza ba go ye salashi ba da aza na iko mba salad ide da wani okonowu she a okonowu she ya ko nalo salashi ba do ko ba ku hi ya wa jin ba wa da ide ba da no na bada da no ko be je ba je sala glabe wa de mi be da sanu be je sala busi al habibia asala je ba wa godo wenda nke za ba do wa bada ko ta sha don kwa wu she za wu ko ba je za wa wu bada in ha bo che wo godo wenda asala je ke tun ba to za mana za ta ye ba wa ji inje wa ji sala na ji a da ba bada bẹ́ẹ̀ kó sùpọ̀ ìwé ìlànà ìlànà àpamọ́lẹ̀ ìgbà ẹ̀yẹ wẹ́wẹ́ ìyẹ pẹ̀lú. Nítorí wáṣẹ ẹ̀zá ńwé dábàdàdà wọ nnukwu ọ̀pọ̀nìṣí ẹ̀zá nkọ̀chí. Kọ̀nàṣì jẹ́ yìí mínísítà kẹsì náà nyáyẹ sọ̀wọ́chẹ wọ́n àbí ṣẹ̀bà. Nka agọ́mìnàtì àtìkú yẹ ṣẹ̀bà sọ̀sọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ṣẹ̀bà jáde lọ́wọ́ kẹsì náà ṣù yọ̀nà sọ̀rọ̀ àkókò wádà ẹ̀jẹ̀ mínísítà bẹ́ẹ̀ sheba laba ntige obe wada aza nge wobe ga nge tutu kwazi tutu wobe ku jiwo gaza ntige to kwesha ma na nsa wobe ga ko nche wagodo we ga nge na wo tutu wo ji wo ji wo laba ja kubwa nge ma pia nge epia kwa ku otete palo ko ekma nsai wo ga atutu ko na ba aji ba laba to kakashala to omwamwa yigele shatu to laba ba jadi atutu ji kala kika ejowa gwamnati aza baye ba atutu ji ba bai ka aye kwadi ayi gado eye wewei anai lafiya nya da ku ye nge hakima ali wada nge zana gnan ekesi ganya ye jese shaze kwali wada nge tituye mba shi kwenye ko ba ma gwamnati shi kwa pe fita fiaye ko ba la wa shi kwa be yi ma shi da shi aba shi anai nyasa shigbo na bai ko ba dagba ya dagba ki ekesi dan ekege yayi da na lafiya ko du ama agbayaje na baji kuzo ibe ja do wo po na shi kwasi ni we ji na gbada ko be shi kan yi si
taa. Aha m Rachel Isi Ono, gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Abalị ise ọbụla kwa izuụka ọbụla ka ndị okpukperechi Islam ji ekpe ekpere maka Jumat. Onye ọrụ anyị Hawa Gimba wetara akụkọ na ọ bụ etu a ka ọ dị taa n'ụlọ okpukperechi ha akpọrọ Al-Habibiya, ebe onye imam n'ụlọ okpukperechi a gwara ha niile ka ha gbaa mbọ hụ na ha na-ezi ozi ọma mgbe niile, n'ihi na ọ ga-enye aka kwalite ihe niile banyere okpukperechi Islam. Na iji hụ na emezuru nkwa niile e kwere ndị mmadụ, minista n'isi ala anyị Nyesom Wike emeela njem ọrụ ọzọ n'obodo ndị mepere emepe dị n'isi ala anyị. Onoze Yakubu wetara akụkọ na ya bụ njem ọrụ o mere bụ iji hụ etu ọrụ si aga, bụ nke ga-enyere ya aka ịmata na ha ga-arụcha ya bụ ọrụ tupu abalị iri abụọ nke ọnwa Mee, bụ ụbọchị ikpeazụ e nyere ha. Ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka ọnụọgụgụ na ala anyị ngalaba isi ala anyị ewepụtala usoro a ga-agbaso iji nweta ọnụọgụgụ site na ụlọ ahụike. Hakimat Aliyu wetara akụkọ na Joseph Shazil Kwali kwupụtara nke a nye ndị nta akụkọ. Ya bụ nwa amadi gakwara n'ihu kwupụta uru nke a bara, ọkachasị n'ihe banyere iweta ihe ndekọ niile bụ nke ga-enye aka kwalite ọnọdụ ahụike n'ala anyị niile. Igbo gere m ntị, ebe a ka anyị pịachiri akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Chebiri anyị n'ihu oge a izuụka na-abịa. Ndewo.
Ẹ̀sìnkúdérè wòyí, èyí iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún tìlú Àbújá ló ń gbé sí etí ìgbọ́yín. Bọ́lájí Mátìlé ìròyìn. Ó ti ké sí gbogbo mùsùlùmí òdodo láti tẹ̀síwájú lórí ètò ìpolongo ẹ̀sìn Islam yíká. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Hawa Gimba ròyìn wípé èyí jáde nínú wàásù Jímọ̀ tòní látẹnu lèmọ́mù àgbà ti mọ́ṣáláṣí Al-Habibiya Sheikh Fuad Adéyẹmí ní ìlú Àbújá. Ó sọ bákan náà bí ó ti ṣe pàtàkì fún mùsùlùmí láti gbin èso ètò náà sọ́kàn. Ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn ló sọ̀rọ̀ fún àjọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ nínú ohun gbogbo. Àdúrà pàtàkì wáyé fún ìlọsíwájú orílẹ̀-èdè àti ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè lápapọ̀. Láti rí i dájú wípé gbogbo ìpinnu tí wọ́n ṣe wá sí ìmúṣẹ, alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Onoze Yakubu ròyìn wípé aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Nyesom Wike ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìrìn àjò àbẹ̀wò sí àwọn iṣẹ́ tó ń lọ láàrin ìgboro ìlú Àbújá láti rí fúnra rẹ̀ ipò tí àwọn iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún wà kí ó tó di ọjọ́ 29 oṣù karùn-ún tí wọn yóò parí àwọn iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún. Ó sọ bí wọn yóò ti ṣe pèsè owó fún àwọn alágbàtọ́ láti rí i wípé wọ́n ṣe àṣeyọrí. Àjọ tó ń rí sí bí èèyàn ti pọ̀ tó lórílẹ̀-èdè ẹ̀ka ti ìlú Àbújá ti ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ètò àtìmọ̀ àti láti ṣe àkójọpọ̀ ipò ètò ìlera àwọn ènìyàn fún ọdún yìí. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Àkímọ́tò Àlíyù ròyìn wípé ètò náà yóò ṣe ọ̀pọ̀ àǹfààní láti kó gbogbo àkọsílẹ̀ papọ̀, èyí tí yóò mú kí àgbéga dé bá ètò ìlera láti lè ṣe ìrànwọ́ fún àwọn ìlànà rẹ̀ bákan náà. Alákòóso fún ìlú Àbújá Joseph Shazil Kwali mẹ́nuba ìdí pàtàkì tí ètò ọ̀hún fi wáyé bí ó ti ń ṣe àlàyé fún àwọn oníròyìn. Ó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn àjọ tó pawọ́pọ̀ tó ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún ètò ọ̀hún. A ò rí jù báyìí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí, títí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ní àṣìṣe Èdùmàrè. Ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.